Black Hollow had always been a forgotten town. Nestled deep within a valley no maps cared to mark. Travelers avoided it. Locals never spoke of it. And those who left never returned. It was a place whispered about in the darkest corners of conversation. A place where old things still lurked in the shadows. And at the heart of Black Hollow stood the ruins of the Alden Manor. A crumbling estate where the last known residents had vanished a century ago. Ethan Carter, a journalist with a taste for the macabre, had heard of Black Hollow through an old case file buried in his newspaper's archives. The file mentioned disappearances, strange lights in the woods, and rumors of rituals performed by a long-dead cult. He knew this was the kind of story that could make his career, so he packed his bags and drove out to the town that wasn't supposed to exist. From the moment he arrived, the air felt wrong. The sky was overcast, though no rain fell. The trees leaned in unnatural ways, their gnarled branches resembling skeletal hands reaching toward the sky. The townspeople were tight-lipped, their eyes darting with unease whenever he asked about Alden Manor. That night, unable to shake the feeling that something was watching him, Ethan ventured toward the ruins. As he stepped through the broken iron gates, an icy wind whispered through the hollow halls. The ground beneath his feet was littered with remnants of forgotten lives, tattered furniture, faded paintings, and broken glass. At the center of the grand hall was a symbol etched into the stone floor, something ancient and unfamiliar. He took out his camera, snapping pictures until a noise behind him made him freeze. A whisper, a chant, a low hum that crawled under his skin. Ethan turned, but the darkness swallowed everything. Then the room was not empty anymore. Figures, shrouded in tattered cloaks, emerged from the shadows. Their faces were obscured, but their presence was suffocating. They formed a circle around the sigil, hands raised, whispering in a language long forgotten. Ethan felt his body tense as an unseen force held him in place. The blood must flow. One of them rasped. His breath hitched. The air was thick with the scent of decay. The shadows around the circle deepened, warping, twisting, forming something else, something alive. A shape slithered from the darkness, its form shifting and writhing like a thing not meant to exist in this world. Ethan struggled, but his limbs refused to move. The cultists began to chant louder, their voices merging into one guttural sound that made his skull vibrate. The symbol on the floor glowed, pulsing like a beating heart. From the black pit forming in the center of the sigil, something began to rise. A face. A grotesque, misshapen face with too many eyes and a mouth that stretched impossibly wide. Ethan did the only thing he could think of. He bit his tongue, drawing blood, and the sharp pain broke whatever force held him. He stumbled back, knocking over a rusted candelabra. The flames caught on the brittle remains of old furniture, spreading instantly. Screams erupted as the cultists scrambled to extinguish the fire. But the thing in the circle did not move. It only watched. And then it laughed. The sound was wrong, like 1,000 voices laughing at once, distorting reality itself. Ethan ran, his mind barely comprehending what he had just witnessed. He didn't stop until he was back in his car, speeding away from Black Hollow, his breath ragged and his hands trembling. Days later, when he checked his camera, the photos were gone. Every single one. But one thing remained. A whisper on the recording. Something he hadn't heard before. We will finish what was started. Ethan never spoke of Black Hollow again. But at night, in the silence of his apartment, he sometimes heard the laughter echoing from the darkness.